Have you ever just gotten something completely and utterly wrong in a very public way? Well, this is a video about some mistakes I made very publicly on YouTube and what I'm learning as an early stage creator. A few months ago, I released some videos about taxes, and one of them went viral. It got 100 times more views than anything else I'd ever made. Well, that sounds great, right? Well, this also happened to be a video in which I made 2 terrible errors. And I want to explain to you what it is that I got wrong. One happens to be a technical detail, and the other is, in my mind, much more significant because it sent the wrong message about what this channel is actually about. So a while ago, I got this cute idea to make a video illustrating one example of federalism. I thought I'd compare taxes in California and Texas for 2 identical people with the same salary and same home purchase price in each state. I was taking a quick look at income taxes and property taxes and thought I'd give one little walkthrough about how much money a person would be left with at the end of each month. Now, my intention with making that was that it served as a helpful illustration of US federalism, the significant power of the states in the US, and just how big the differences can be in your life when you look through this one narrow lens. I intended it as an introduction to a series of videos about public finance, something we truly struggle to talk about in this country productively. One of the fundamental concepts on this channel is that you've got to understand your civic wallet if you want to be able to influence change. And what do I mean by that? Well, your civic wallet is the totality of public and private resources available at the federal, state, and local levels. So taxes are a pretty big component of that. But I thought it would be fun to frame it like a provocative little showdown between the states. And boy, did that backfire. YouTube started showing my videos to people who were very likely to disagree with the fundamental premises of this channel. That government, despite its flaws, can be a tool we use to build things together and solve shared problems. I know this because on my back end, I could see some of the other videos that were suggesting mine, and some of them were quite heinous. Nevertheless, that video kicked up hundreds of comments and thousands of views. And as my watch hours ticked up, I knew I was reaching exactly the wrong audience. People skeptical of government and social funding entirely. Because the ultimate point of this channel is how we get to a better place in American civic life, and how we can do that in one piece. And it's about building a community of people who want to work on that together. One of the fundamental premises is that our government's design produces different outcomes. Some we may like and some we may not. And there are a lot of hidden consequences to how we've designed things at the constitutional level. I want to help you see them clearly, so that if you're someone who is or who wants to be involved in civic or community change, you can be on a stronger path. So my first huge mistake was not stating that intention up front, and crafting each video in such a way that makes that intention explicitly clear. So instead of putting the video in front of changemakers, students, people active in government, nonprofits, and philanthropy, YouTube kicked up hundreds of frothy comments from folks eager to display their own self-righteousness about why their politics or their state is better, which is something I believe we have way too much of already. People coming out with the pitchforks, political dogma, polarization, lack of trust in government and in each other. And the last thing I want to do is contribute to our divisions. But the second mistake in the video that I have to come clean about is that it just had a total, blindingly obvious math error in it, which I completely missed because I went too fast and relied on ChatGPT to help me come up with some of the numbers, which resulted in me completely forgetting to remind Chat to calculate California state income taxes as a marginal rate and not a straight percentage, which obviously has the result of making the California taxes seem higher than they really are. So in light of all that, why should you pay attention to this channel? I don't have all the answers, but I spent nearly 20 years working inside government and philanthropy, managing $300 million a year in federal housing funds and giving away millions in private philanthropic grants. I have seen just how inefficient and frustrating government can be. But I also appreciate the reasons that the founders built it that way. And I know it can be the tool we use to build amazing things together. These videos are designed for people who want to participate in making things better in this country, whether that's through government, business, nonprofits, or philanthropy. And I hope some students too. But if you're here because you think all taxes are theft, all government should disappear, or there's a nonprofit industrial complex designed to keep everyone oppressed, this probably isn't the channel for you. But if you're curious about how we can build systems that actually serve everyone and create shared prosperity, then welcome. My ask is that you share this channel with someone else on that wavelength, or consider participating in one of my free live workshops so you can help build out this community with me. And I'll see you on the next video.